Hi everybody, welcome to part 3 of the switching video. First, here's a light engine move southbound CSX past the Princeton Depot in the snow. Just shot it while I was waiting to pick up my dinner. So when he rounds the curve, we'll get into the part 3 of the switching. So if you remember, the Team Track and General Chemical are done. So I'll immediately start off with a mistake. If I had lined the crossover when I backed off the Team Track spur, I could have just gone ahead and crossed over onto the other main. I didn't line the crossover, which requires me to go past to clear the turnout for the Team Track, then go west again to clear the crossover, and then back up again. So I could have saved a couple moves there if I would have lined the crossover. Maybe I'm too hard on myself, I don't know, but I expect to do better at planning. So now we're going through the crossover onto the eastbound main, and we'll head up back across Douglas Avenue, and of course we'll have to stop short of the turnout to throw the turnout. This video is going to be a little longer than the last one because quite a bit of shuffling of cars to do on the Miller distribution and ITT Grinnell spur. The car in ITT Grinnell that I have to switch out is in spot 2, which is in the back. So I'm going to have to pull spot 1 and respot it. So there's a lot of shuffling of cars. So I'm throwing the turnout, and now I can ease in to couple onto the car at Miller distribution. And you'll see me reach over here and open the gates here just a second, because we're going to push on through after we get that car. I'm opening the gates. So we'll push on through, we'll couple onto the 2 cars in ITT Grinnell and pull them out. So the rail box that was in spot 2, when I back all the way out, I'm going to spot it on the main. Then I will push in the C&O boxcar that it's coupled to, and I'll leave it outside the building until I get both cars coupled, and then I'll only push once into the building instead of having to go into the building twice. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself in the description, so. Okay, so now we're going to place the other chassis boxcar just outside the door to ITT Grinnell. Then we'll go back and get the car that was in spot 1 and respot it, and we'll push them in together. If you notice that sometimes I come in from the right and sometimes I come in from the left, I'm sort of working around the tripod. And I think that's what that annoying thunk is. I think it's the cord for my power cab hitting against the tripod. So I'm going to run a test, shoot a short video when I get home. And if that's it, I'm going to come up with a way to get rid of that sound. Because I don't intend to have a wireless throttle. Switching layout, the power cab does fine. I don't really need to invest in a wireless throttle for something 6 feet long. But I think I can come up with a way to get rid of that thumping. Okay, so we're going back to pick up the car that needs to go back in spot 1. Okay, here we go back into the building. So now we need to put the BN car back on the main line, coupled to the rail box, and then we can place the yellow C&O plug door boxcar at Miller Distribution. As you can see, the level is gone. It's sort of a sad story in a way. The bad news is that the railroad filed a lawsuit against ITT Grinnell, claiming that the level extended out over the right-of-way. So they made them remove the sign. The good news is it did receive a lot of publicity, so level sales have gone way up. They will probably level off in the future. Sorry, but so the level is gone. I apologize. All right, now we're going to spot the C&O car back at the Miller Distribution, and our shuffling is done. And while we're at it, the brakeman will shut the gates to ITT Grinnell and lock them back up. There's the gates. Okay, I have 3 pairs of cars that need to go back to the yard. I still have the 2 sitting on the wearover spur, and I have 2 on the eastbound main and 2 on the westbound main. So I'm going to have to assemble all those into a 6-car train. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the 2 cars that I just pulled from that spur, and if you have sharp eyes, you can see that miraculously the bulkhead flat car is no longer fouling the crossover. So I'm going to run through the crossover and couple these 2 box cars onto the bulkhead flat and the general chemical car. So I'm going to couple on to the bulkhead flat, and then I'll push the whole string down to clear the crossover, because I'm going to have to run around the two cars on the N and W spur. Pull them out, then run around them. Okay, we'll leave these here for now and go retrieve the gondola, and I think it's a box car. I can't remember the other car at the wherever spur. So we're going back onto the eastbound main. They're on the turnout. I had coupled onto the N&W boxcar and pushed it actually too far away from the door, so I had to uncouple it there. So now we're good to go. Oh, now, yeah, the Conrail boxcar. I'd forgotten what the other car was. So we left those two cars short of Douglas Avenue. Now we're going back across Douglas through the both sets of crossovers and to get around to the other end of the cars. Engine really ran well today. Never stalled a single time. So you notice how I did that twice? It's because the first time was when the actual Conrail boxcar sort of exploded on me that I talked about in the last video. So I had to stop and put it all back together, and I forgot to edit that out of that other clip. So a little bit of bonus footage there. But the Conrail boxcar is put back together. I tacked it together with super glue so the frame won't go back up in the boxcar again, and it should be good to go. So now we're going to push these cars back onto the remaining 4, and then after that we'll just have to head east to the yard. Okay, we made the connection. Now we're going to head east back through the crossovers. So we're on the eastbound main heading east, not running against traffic. And we'll follow the train all the way till it sort of disappears into the staging yard. So I had a few little mistakes and adventures in this operating session, but overall it went pretty well. I said the engine ran very well. I'm excited to have the staging yard. This is something I was never able to do before, take trains completely off the layout anyhow. So it's going to end here in just a second, so hope you enjoyed it. Please post any comments, questions down below. And Danny, I hope you're warm and safe and enjoyed this video. Stay safe, everybody.